Have you ever stood at the foot of something so massive, so powerful, that it made you feel incredibly small? That's the exact feeling the Israelites had in today's story, a turning point, not just for them, but for all of humanity. Welcome back. Today we're journeying to the foot of Mount Sinai, diving into Exodus chapters 19 and 20. If you're ready for a story of thunder, lightning, and a conversation that changed the world, stick around. After 3 long months in the desolate wilderness, having escaped from Egypt, the people of Israel finally arrive at the base of Mount Sinai. This isn't just another mountain. This is a divine appointment. God calls Moses up the mountain and gives him a message for the people. It's a message of identity and purpose. He says, "You yourselves have seen what I did to Egypt, and how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Now, if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession." Think about that imagery for a moment. Carried you on eagle's wings. It's so beautiful and powerful. God is reminding them of his protection and his personal care for them. He's not a distant, uninterested deity. He's a rescuer, a provider, who has brought them to this specific place for a specific reason. He's offering them a covenant, a sacred agreement. He's inviting them into a special relationship to be his treasured possession. What an incredible offer. The people hearing this respond with a unified voice, "We will do everything the Lord has said." They are all in. With their agreement, the preparations begin. This is not a casual meeting. God instructs Moses to have the people consecrate themselves. They are to wash their clothes and prepare for 3 days. Boundaries are set around the mountain, and they are warned not to touch it, for the presence of God is holy and overwhelmingly powerful. The anticipation must have been electrifying. Then, on the morning of the 3rd day, it happens. A thick cloud covers the mountain. There's thunder and lightning, and a sound like a powerful trumpet blast echoes through the camp. The entire mountain is enveloped in smoke because the Lord descended on it in fire. The ground trembles violently. Can you even imagine the awe and the terror? This wasn't a silent, invisible God. This was a God whose presence shook the very foundations of the earth. In the midst of this terrifying and glorious display, God calls Moses to the summit, and it's from this place, amidst the smoke and fire, that God speaks the 10 Commandments. These aren't just a random list of rules. They are the foundational principles for a community that is learning how to live in a right relationship with God and with one another. The first 4 commandments focus on their relationship with God. Have no other gods, don't make idols, don't misuse his name, and remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. It's about putting God first, recognizing his supreme importance and holiness in their lives. The remaining 6 commandments shift the focus to their relationships with each other. Honor your parents, do not murder, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not give false testimony, and do not covet. These commands are the building blocks of a healthy, just, and compassionate society. They protect life, family, property, and reputation. They are a blueprint for how to love your neighbor as yourself. The people, witnessing this from a distance, are terrified. The sight and sound of God's power is too much for them. They beg Moses, "You speak to us and we will listen, but do not have God speak to us, or we will die." They understood the massive gap between their imperfection and God's perfect holiness. Moses reassures them, explaining that God has come in this way to instill in them a reverent fear, to help them understand the seriousness of sin and to guide them in his ways. Exodus 19 and 20 are so much more than an ancient legal document. It's a profound love story. It's the story of a God who rescues his people, invites them into a relationship, and gives them a framework for a life of flourishing and purpose. He shows them what a life dedicated to him and to loving others looks like. These principles are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago, calling us to examine our own hearts and relationships. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to Mount Sinai today. What do you think is the most challenging commandment to follow in our modern world? Let me know in the comments below. If this story inspired you, Please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more deep dives into these incredible narratives. Until next time, stay curious and keep listening.